You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, General Hospital fans, we have got to talk about Lulu Spencer and the horrible news that keeps getting dumped on her and more of it to come. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and we're going to dive into how many more terrible things are coming Lulu's way, plus 2 pieces of good news she's going to get, and what fans are saying about this critical new recast. And hey, if you're not following us, please click subscribe. So right off the bat, I got to give credit where it's due. Alexa Havins is absolutely killing it as recast Lulu Spencer. I always give recast actors the benefit of the doubt. I don't like to prejudge. I like to wait and see if they can make the role their own and you know, whether they sink or swim. And man, did Alexa deliver. I think this is one of the best recasts they've done on General Hospital in a good long time. Nicholas Chavez as Spencer Cassadine was amazing like that. And despite all the Molly Lansings we had to go through to get to this point, I also really like Kristen Vaganos. There's another recent recast that fans really don't like, but I'm not going to touch on that one, but you guys probably can guess. Now, let's talk first about the bad news that Lulu Spencer still has to face. Things they've not told her yet. And then I want to share some of the fan reactions that shows an absolute outpouring of love to Alexa Havins about her recast. So one thing that I thought was pretty well done on GH was how Lulu began finding out slowly this string of terrible updates on what's happened while she's been sleeping the past 4 years. Dante Falconeri didn't want to upset Lulu so soon after her waking up. So he hushed Rocco so he wouldn't tell his mom about Sam McCall being the one to donate for the liver transplant. And Dante also sidestepped mentioning that he had a fiance that died right after he proposed after donating some of her liver to Lulu. But once Dante delivered Lulu Spencer into the hands of her brother, Lucky Spencer, the floodgates opened. When Lulu began asking questions, Lucky did not hold back. He just started laying stuff out there with honesty, but a little bit of tact. And I don't know how many of you listening have a big brother. I have a great big brother. And if I woke up from a coma asking questions, he would pull up a chair and just fling facts at me, but without the tact that Lucky used. You know, like me, Lulu can count on her big brother to give her those hard facts and trust that she can deal with it. Before showing up to her mom's place, the only things Lulu knew was that she'd been asleep for 4 years, she needed a liver transplant, and yes, horrible Cyrus Renaud really is her uncle. That was kind of the minimal amount of info that Dante could give Lulu without things getting weird for him, and he was very concerned, and she was refusing to go to the hospital, all that stuff. Then Lucky Spencer tagged in and took over, and the truth train rolled into the station, and he just unloaded one piece of emotional baggage after another on Lulu. First up was their brother Nicholas being in prison. Then that segued right into their dad, Luke Spencer, being dead, which of course stunned Lulu. And when she thanked Lucky for the liver donation, that sidetracked to the reveal that her liver donor was Sam, who then died. And oh, by the way, Sam was in a long-term serious relationship with Dante. And Lulu rightly concluded that Sam was basically Rocco's mom the past couple of years, and that Dante had clearly been in love with her, and that's why he was giving off this weird vibe. Before Lucky could unpack any more bad updates, her mom, Laura Spencer, came home and unloaded some onto her daughter as well. Lulu wanted Laura to get Charlotte over to see her, but then Kevin interrupted. That's when Lulu found out she's got a nephew who's now her adopted half-brother named Ace, or I guess adopted brother, not even a half, adopted brother named Ace. That led to Laura revealing that Spencer Cassadine's missing and presumed dead. Then Lulu circled back to the topic of Charlotte, and Laura had to tell her that her precious girl is missing, but presumed to be just fine. So Lulu heard that Valentine's a wanted man and took Charlotte on the run with him. But that's not everything Lulu needs to know. Far from it. But the hits aren't done. Here's a quick list of things that Lulu Spencer as of the Wednesday, December 4th episode, still needs to be told. The biggest update she's not gotten is that her Aunt Bobby Spencer died. Maybe that's going to be saved for Carly Spencer to reveal. And also, Lulu didn't know at the time of the bombing that her awful Uncle Cyrus blew up the floating rib and is the reason she was in a coma. That was found out after she was already conked out. Plus, Lulu's got no idea Cyrus has been sitting like a creep at her bedside every chance he gets at General Hospital, at the rehab facility before, and at Turning Woods, and Laura keeps having to run him off. Plus, there's the fact that Charlotte's now, not the sweet little angel that Lulu remembers. She spiraled out of control. She was terrorizing Anna because Charlotte was upset that she was dating her Papa Valentine. Oh, and because Charlotte was terrorizing her and broke into her apartment, Anna shot and almost killed Lulu's daughter. And then, oh yeah, Anna's the one that let Valentine swoop out of town with Charlotte. I think Lulu may want to slap Anna before all is said and done. And then there's the details about little Ace she doesn't know. Lulu needs to know that Nicholas's younger son came from him sleeping with his older son Spencer's psycho girlfriend, and that batcrap crazy Esme is why Spencer is dead. I think they touched on that, but there's a lot more there to be told. And the other thing that crossed my mind she needs to know is the WSB drone bombed the Haunted Star, which Lulu loved. Also, they could kill Victor Cassadine, who of course killed her daddy Luke, which she knew that piece. Now, on the brighter side, there are a couple of pieces of good news coming Lulu's way. First, even though Cyrus is an awful, terrible uncle, Lulu actually got a good uncle out of this too, sweet Martin Gray, and I hope they bring him back to GH at least long enough to meet her. And also, Maxie had a daughter while Lulu was sleeping, and she named her little girl after her, adorable little Bailey Lou. So just before I wrap up, I want to share some of the glowing reviews from fans about Alexa Havins as recast Lulu Spencer. I've pulled some from Twitter, but a lot of them just are very similar, and I agree. One said, Alexa Havins has chemistry with everyone. Her acting is perfect. And then Alexa Havins is wonderful as the new Lulu. Great recast. Let's see. Alexa Havins is killing it as the new Lulu. She brought a fresh energy to the role. Best recast in ages. Another said, Alexa is fantastic. The actress hits every beat. This one I love. Can we all agree that Alexa Havins has been the absolute best recast in a long time? They hit a grand slam. And this one said, props to Alexa. She is doing what every recast needs to be doing, which is learning their character history, motivations, and story. That way they can portray the character properly. And then this one, Lulu is giving massive leading lady vibes, and this is how you recast. Here's another. I already knew Alexa Havins' talent level, but even I'm surprised how smooth she's taken over the role of Lulu. Great recast so far. And I agree with all these rave reviews. Alexa is absolutely fan-damtastic, and I say that as a fan of both Emmy Ryland and Julie Berman in the role of Lulu. Props to GH for getting this right.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.